Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, the finale, the fashion show with no fashions. Y'all, I was praying this whole entire episode. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sheree makes us crazy, but I do feel like everybody has been rooting for her. We were all rooting for her. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. To all my new subscribers, welcome to the beautiful people family. I am so happy you're with us. Um, what else am I supposed to say, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. All right, so we start off like they always do, showing the different people in the beginning or whatever. We see Drew and her mom. Drew's Achilles healing very nicely. Her mom wants to go home. No one cares. We have Blaze in the car singing with Candy. All right, cute kid. Then we have Kenya, and we learned she got a deal with CVS. Yay, that's huge, you guys, for 5,000 stores. So she has some of her not product, but her actual packaging and everything with the logo, which is cute. It's a cute little logo. But she said she had to get it together because this is a huge deal and she wasn't going to let it, fall behind. So she had to get her money together, get what she needed to get done to get it from overseas. Basically, doing her business, which Sheree was not doing or hasn't been doing. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy for Kenya. That's good stuff. I I'm trying to think if I've seen her in CVS, but then I thought about it and I don't shop at CVS. Like I don't go in CVS, so I'm sure I'm a Walgreens girl. What about y'all? CVS or Walgreens? Or both? All right, next we see Marlo and her nephews pulling up at Sonya's house. And you guys, let me get all my complaints out now. Let me just get my shit off real quick about everything. Well, it probably won't be everything. I'm sure there'll be more. But number one, they spent way too long here. They spent way too long on this scene, way too long with Marlo. It was in the beginning kind of a Marlo heavy episode, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Like it was just too much Marlo. But yeah, she comes in with the boys, and Sonya's super happy, like she's never seen Marlo before. Like she's just so animated and loud. Y'all, for her to be so little, or I mean, she's not little, but you know what I mean. Like she's not she's just so loud, so fucking loud. And then I'm looking, cause yeah, I paused it. Her heels were so freaking ashy. Sonya, don't come on TV with your heels all ashy. Don't do it. Like, are you kidding me? We can see you. Um, okay, so we're gonna pick up from there. She comes in the door, she's really, really loud, she's hugging Marlo. It turns out that the boys are there to do some stuff with Ross, and he's gonna show them how to do some things with the car. Very sweet. I think that was cute. Yeah, so Sonya ended up getting the boys little mechanic outfits, the little jumpsuits or whatever. It was cute. Now, I'll give her that it was cute. When they come in though, Marlo's like, I don't smell the food. And she's like, oh, we were waiting for you so that you can help cook. And I'm like, ugh, Sonya is a terrible host. And correction on my last review of this when I was talking about Drew finally getting a party right or whatever. It was not at Drew's house last time. It was at Sonya. So she is the one who had the Party City decoration. So listen, I gotta say when I'm wrong. So Drew, that was my bad. But yeah, I thought it was a cute idea. And then Sonya's in the confessional talking about, yeah, I just want to show Marlo that the village is with her. All of this is pick me behavior from Sonya, y'all. The screaming and yelling and hugging her like crazy at the door, the let's do something with your nephews. All of that is pick me behavior because Marlo, how many times has she been in an argument with Kenya and Candy, and the first thing that come out her mouth is, you haven't done anything with me and the nephews. You don't know anything about my nephews. You don't do anything for my nephews. Like people owe her something. So Sonya, of course, she has heard this and she is coming to do with what her leader would like for her to do. That's the way I'm taking it. I'm sorry. But again, it's a very cute idea to have him help and them with the little outfits or whatever. So we'll give her a pass on that one, but she's still All right, so here's what we find out. Marlo's mom is in town and she hasn't seen her in 3 years, and she flew her out so that she can be on this TV screen and give her more content because she got nothing. So, yeah, I have to put my mom on TV after not seeing her for 3 years, put all of her shit out there that she's been on drugs and all that or whatever right on the TV screen. Yeah, I don't agree when they do that stuff. Just like I hated what happened with Kenya when she went to go try to, you know, talk to, excuse me, her mom, and she got nowhere because why are you coming with all these cameras? And then Ashley on Potomac, same thing happened to her trying to talk to her dad. And while I feel for them, I do. I just feel like don't come around with all these cameras, and it just doesn't seem very sincere. Even though we don't know what they do off camera, that granted, I'll give you that, but I don't feel like it's sincere when you bring all these cameras around. Anyway, she told Sonya that when her, last time her mom was there, she stayed with her because now she's at a hotel. Why is she at a hotel? She's at a hotel because last time she came, she stayed with me. She got upset with me and she went knocking on all my neighbors' doors talking about this bitch, this hoe, this and that or whatever. And I'm just like, Marlo's whole family crazy. I'm sorry. They are all batshit crazy, which is why she is batshit crazy and should definitely be in somebody's therapy. Oh, yeah. So as they get their food, the guys come in. Marlo tells the boys, "Don't go crazy on the shrimp because I didn't cook those." And I'm like, "What does that have to do with anything? Like, is this bring and eat what you brought and cooked? Like, what type of party is this? Son, you need to get it together." But they sit down. Ross takes the boys into the theater room or whatever. Marlo and them sit down, y'all. I can't watch it again for a second time because I don't give a shit about Sonya and her uterus and all of that, her IUDs or UTIs and all that Marlo couldn't get together. I don't care. So in a nutshell, Ross ended up telling her, "Listen, if you don't want to do it, then I don't want to do it, so it's fine." And then once he said he didn't want to do it, she suddenly want to do it. Okay, now that you don't want me to have a baby, now I want to have a baby. Fuck out of here, Sonya. Storyline much? Like, really? But that's okay because we don't want you back next season. So you can just let it go. Put your IUD back in, sis. So that's it for that. I can't watch it again, y'all. All right, y'all. So we're with Sheree, and she's going to see the venue. She's with Rowan and the venue, the person who rents out the venue or whatever. And y'all, this venue is gorgeous. It is beautiful, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but when I say Rowan did an amazing job, like I want to hire her. I ain't even got an event. Like I can have a fashion show with no fashions, right? But I mean, beautiful, beautiful space. But again, I'm jumping ahead. So Sheree is in there telling them how, and Sheree's bag was like everything. But she's in there telling them how she wanted 24 pieces, and as of right now, there's only like 5 done. And so we hear her on the phone with her friend that's in New York, actually overseeing things for her. And she's like, "Yeah, so we got 10 pieces or whatever." And her friend is like, "Yeah, I'll let you know." I'm like, dang it, Sheree. This is not going well. And I just feel like Sheree just be jumping the gun. Unless this was all for show, Sheree be jumping a gun on all this stuff because it's like, why wouldn't you learn from the first time and just not book a venue, not do any of this stuff until you have all your actual pieces? Because that was the problem the first time. You're going to have the exact same problem the second time? Come on, Sheree, you got to smarten up. So she ends up crying and they're hugging her or whatever. And I'm like, I don't feel sorry for you, Sheree. I don't. All right, y'all. So Marlo picks up her mom, and her mom is cute. She comes, and the first thing Marlo says is, "Where's your teeth? Where's your teeth? Where's your teeth?" And then she tells us how she got her $5,000 fake teeth that her mom accidentally threw away. And here's my problem with Marlo, one of many. Marlo is the type that throws in your face everything that she's done for you. Like, I cannot stand those type of people. Like, everything is, "But I bought this and I did that for you." Okay, you bought her the teeth. That's great, Marlo. Like, did we even really have to know that? Like, honestly. But anyway, they go to the store. Her mom picks out some fashions. Marlo says her mom is very fashionable. That's where she gets it from. She likes really gaudy things. And, it's a cute little scene. I can say that, yeah, I know I've said it a billion times, but I'm not a Gucci girl. I'm a Louis girl. Like, I love Louis. And she had on these Louis like leggings. And, oh, I like them. I like them so much. And then later on, let's just get it out the way. She had a Louis couch. I'm not sure if that was real Louis or if somebody just made it. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, that was a lot. So, I ain't really talking about the couch. But, when Candy came in, Candy had on a Louis coat, and it was so cute, too. Yeah. I was in Louis heaven on this episode. See what I mean? So they sit down to talk and have a moment. And, the mom is saying how she would really like to move back home. And Marlo is like, yeah, but I just want to make sure that you're clean and sober and everything or whatever. And everything is going to be right. And she's like, they're going through this whole thing of I apologize and I forgive you. And her mom is like, well, you owe me an apology too because you did some things to hurt me. And she's like, what did I do to hurt you? And she's like, when you kicked us out the house in Lithonia. And she's like, when I kicked you out the house that I bought in Lithonia. What? Like, seriously? And then she goes through the whole thing of how she bought this house for her mom to care for all the grandkids so that none of the grandkids would have to go to foster care. Now, all right, very nice, okay? Nice of you, Marlo. That is amazing. However, how are you going to tell this lady, look, you take care of all these kids. I get you this house or whatever. You take care of all these kids. Don't let nothing go wrong. Don't let anything happen. And she said the boys were fighting and, things were going on. And then I guess one of the nephews called and was like, can you come get me? I guess it's just too much here. And then, mom's on drugs. Well, the grandma is on drugs or whatever. So I get it, but we know how ignorant Marlo could be. And the fact that she kicked her mom out, like that's what you wanted to do. Like you didn't want to get her. Well, I don't know. I can't really say that she didn't get her mom help or attempt to get her mom help, but just the fact that it sounds like you kicked her out of her home. Granted, you bought it. Who cares? But you kicked your mama out of her house. I don't know. But again, I don't know the whole ins and outs of her being hooked on drugs and how much help she tried to give her and was this tough love or whatever. But I don't know. It was just something very, I didn't like it about the whole thing in terms of, listen, I'll get you this house. You got to care for all these goddamn kids. I'm not caring for them. That way I can still look good, but you care for them. All right, so we wrap up the scene with them actually hugging, and Marlo starts crying, telling her mom that she needed her there, and she's like, "No matter where you went, I always came to you, and you got your mom." And they cried and hugged. Sweet scene. Still don't like Marlo. All right, you guys, we are at a ribbon cutting. Lord, take two. All right, you guys, we are at a ribbon cutting for Kenya at CVS, and she comes walking in her little purple dress. Very cute. It's her colors or whatever. And Brandon, y'all know I've been watching the past seasons of Real Housewives and everything. Brandon, he looks so much older, but very handsome with his little beard and everything. And Brandon must have been like, listen, after what happened on the pillow talk and all that or whatever, I don't want no parts of being on the show really. Because Brandon didn't speak. He didn't say a word. He was just there. But I was actually very happy to see him because that is a friend that Kenya should keep for life. Brandon was definitely in her corner. But anyway, she's there. Candy comes. And, she's super excited to see Candy. So that's very nice that she came out to represent. I think Drew came, Sonya came, and I actually liked the outfit that Sonya had on. She is always terrible. She is a terrible, terrible dresser. But this outfit was cute. Little hunter green situation. It was cute. You guys, I gotta give it to Drew. Even though I don't want to, she looked cute. She looked very understated. Like she wasn't all super made up with all this crazy makeup on. She had on glasses. Her hair looked decent. She had on a cute little black and white black and pink Fendi sweater or whatever. She looked fine. And she hasn't been getting on my nerves like crazy. Like she actually hasn't been arguing with anyone lately. Can you believe that? God damn it. So everyone's talking about how proud they are of Kenya. Then they end up talking about, Candy says that she doesn't even have her products in CVS. So yeah, it's huge, and she's very proud of her. And I really was too. Like, I just, like how you feel like family to these ladies. You watch them for so many years and everything, and even though some of them drive you crazy or whatever, you just really kind of want to see them win. Except Sonya. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But so they end up talking about Sheree and how many pieces she has or whatever, and we find out that she only has like 5 pieces. And in the confessional, King is like, "Yeah, 5 pieces does not a runway make. Like you cannot have a fashion show with 5 pieces." And I'm like, I know, y'all. I am already at 14 minutes or 15 minutes, and we are nowhere near all the stuff that there is to talk about. This is gonna be a long review because I got a lot of opinions and a lot of shit to say. Oh my God. I'm going to try to go faster because listen, and here I am talking for no good reason, but I listened to myself back today, which I told you guys I normally don't listen back. And I'm glad I did because I just feel like I'm not a slow talker, but on here I kind of am. Like I just be kind of dragging out what I'm saying or whatever. And so I need to speed it up. I need to go faster, do things. But I still need to try to be me and not just be so, fast and overdoing, like get my thoughts together. Hell, it's a podcast. I'm sorry, it's not a review. I mean, it is a review, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna try to do better in terms of going faster. How about that? All right. All right, so I spoke too soon. We actually end off this section with them talking about, well, if nothing else, it'll be a nice party. And Drew is like, oh, hopefully not a party because she doesn't pay for parties because I'm still waiting. And I think it's very tacky. I think it's very tacky that she is standing here telling this group of girls that she still hasn't had gotten her money from Sheree because Kenya, it was partly for her. Like, I just feel like you don't do that, especially in front of the person who the party was for. Like, number one, you're going to make her feel away. Like, damn, do I need to give you the rest of the money or whatever? Like, I just feel like that is just, very tacky. I didn't like it. So there she is, being tacky again. I spoke way too soon with Drew. All right, y'all. I'm definitely not watching this part again, where Sonya, Lord, Candy and Mama Joy sit down to talk about Candy's finances. If something were to happen to her and her will, and what happens with, the trust and all that. No, first of all, why would you even want to have this discussion with your mama, knowing how ignorant she is? I'm sorry. Mama Joyce just be all out ignorant about certain things. She really do. And the whole thing with her and Candy's money and her feeling like it's her money, it's too much. So why would you even have this conversation with her? It was just stupid. And then Mama Joyce is, of course, she's like hinting around to the fact that there should be more people in charge, not just Don Juan. Well, who? Well, me. No, because you can't even get along with Todd. Like, y'all wouldn't be able to hash anything out. I think that's a horrible decision. And Candy does not know how to tell her mom no. And you can tell her mom makes her nervous and everything. The way she laughs uncomfortably all the time with her mom, where it's like, are you going to be nice? Aren't you? And I'm like, she's not going to be nice. Like, why don't you just tell her no? That's not a great idea. And this is my husband, so you can butt out. Ma'am, I'm going to leave you something. Calm down. And like, and Candy even said within the conversation, listen, you are just like killing me off here, huh? Because she's like, it's just too much. And then she's telling her that her main focus should be Riley. And she's like, okay, but I do have 2 other kids. And they ain't even talking about Kayla or whatever, Todd's daughter. And she's like, I do have 2 other kids. Well, they have a father. Riley never had a father. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Just because they have a father doesn't mean that they're any less Candy's kids. Like, they're her kids too. So what are you talking about? Oh my God. It's just too much with Mama Joyce. So again, I'm not watching that again. That's what I got from it when I watched it initially, and that's all there is to talk about. Like, I ain't got nothing else from Mama Joyce. All right, you guys. So we're at the venue with Sheree. She pulls up, and you guys, she looks amazing. She looks very, very pretty. She has a bun with the chopsticks, very cute. Like it was slick. It was very cute. Her outfit was cute, all white with I think she had on silver, like sparkly pants. I could be wrong. They could be white, but they were still kind of sparkly. She had on hot pink shoes and a hot pink lip, and I was all about it. So she comes to the venue. She's looking around. Rowan is there, and they did an amazing job. Like the venue is beautiful. It is a very, very good job. And I'm not done saying that because tomorrow when we come and we see all the red carpet and everything, it's amazing the way that it looks. And I'm like, maybe Sheree should just go into party planning. But then I think about it and I'm like, she didn't even really do that. Like that would be Rowan and everything, right? But yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so we're being introduced to Lovella. She's the one who brought all these fancy models or whatever. And Sheree is talking to the women and she's telling them how, she doesn't really have all her fashions. And Rowan is like, look, if they're held up anywhere in the US, I will fly to them and I will get them. And I was like, yes, Rowan, you better go ahead and be dedicated. Like, I'm not even kidding. That is major. And she didn't even look like she was playing. Y'all know Rowan don't look like she's playing ever. So Sheree was like, oh, you gonna help them make it too? And she said, like closed her eyes and everything, like, oh no. And I'm like, yeah, because her name is on this too, Sheree. Like, are you kidding me? You messed this up. That's a mess up for her too. I mean, unfortunately, it just is. Even though the venue looked amazing or whatever, but she's doing this whole thing, and if you fuck it up, it's fucked up for her too. So I kind of felt bad for Rowan. She's like, by any means necessary, I will go get this shit if I have to. All right, so Apollo comes in and he has to go through all the models or whatever. Y'all, the girls were so impressed. Like, they were so happy to see Apollo. And so was Sheree's daughter. I saw Apollo, big smile. And I was like, oh my God, girl, no. I mean, of course, Apollo is handsome, but like he's I always want to call people trash, y'all. That's not nice though, so I'm not gonna call them trash. But the issue that I had with because I didn't even talk about it last time, the fact that she met up with Apollo to ask him to model, and I had an issue with the fact that he came on here talking about Phaedra and how she left him to die. Dude, shut up. Like, honestly, you did all of that stuff to yourself. She didn't have to do anything. She didn't owe you anything unless she knew about it. Then that's kind of funky. But I also felt like it was just foul for him to come on this show, which Phaedra is not on this show to defend herself anymore. Why are you coming on here talking about, oh shit, Apollo? Calm down. Like, it was too much. But I also felt like he was telling her that Tyrone was talking to a billion other different women, like indirectly. Yeah, I ran into him, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you about guys on the inside. They will tell you all this stuff or whatever, but they're telling it to a whole bunch of different other people. And I'm like, hello, Sheree, are you listening? Like, this is what's happening. He's telling you indirectly that this is what's happening, but she probably already knew that anyway. Y'all, I cannot. Every time I see this fool pimp walking through the door, like I actually laugh out loud. It's too much. My sister texted me and was like, I cannot with Tyrone in this wall. Y'all, this fool comes pimp walking through the door. I mean, like a strong pimp walk. It's ridiculous. But he has on this Bill Cosby shirt. Listen, I saw that it says Burberry. Okay, but it still looks like a Bill Cosby shirt to me. And a sweater. And Sheree, y'all can't tell me Sheree was not happy because she had a smile on her face. And then I feel like she was like, oh no, I'm supposed to be mad. But initially, there was a smile on her face. And she's like, what are you doing here? And all that. But she goes in the confessional and says, here he come walking in looking like bruh man from the fifth floor. And I'm like, yes, he did. Because remember, bruh man used to pimp walk like that. But girl, this is the love of your life. Like, this is somebody, what was it, 7 years or something that she was involved with him? Calm down. Like, cut it out, Sheree. We know. We know. Okay, how about Sheree's daughter didn't even know who the heck he was? Like, literally, a producer had to tell her who it was. She's like, who's that? Tyrone, oh, he's short. I'm like, your child don't even know who this is, and you've been talking to him literally for what? I believe they said like 7 years, y'all. But she is saying that he must have found out about the show because she invited his cousin. Yeah, okay. And then we see her FaceTiming his cousin who looks about 120 years old. So no, he's not coming, Sheree. And yeah, Sheree, you didn't talk to this man. Cut it out. Y'all, so now Sheree and Tyrone talking about what happened, and she's talking about how he left her there and everything, and he's like, and here's what I saw: they didn't let him finish his sentence when he said she pushed it back or whatever, something about coming to New York, and she pushed it back or whatever. But he was just like, no, you were trying to have me go back to jail. Like he's being very dramatic with that. But Sheree was getting super loud and then blamed it on him. His thirsty ass want to be on TV and he's out of control. No, ma'am, you're out of control. Like he's not raising his voice and all that or whatever. She's the one that's getting super loud in front of all these models, as she said. But she's calling him thirsty and throwback Tyrone, and like she got all this animosity with him, but I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. And I don't know. Like, she wants an apology. He doesn't want to apologize. And I'm like, what will an apology really do for you? Like, it kills me. Everybody wants an apology, but does that really make it better? The little I'm sorry, does that really make it better? So she's going on and on to him about an apology. He's like, I don't owe you an apology. And I'm like, listen, if you have to stand here and beg for an apology, it's not going to be sincere anyway. So do you really want it? And the one thing that I did like about the scene was the fact that Apollo had his eyes on her the whole time. Like he's watching this argument go down the whole time. So I like that. Like he was still he was acting like he was still on the yard. Like, listen, you gotta make sure things going straight on the yard. But she ends up walking away because her daughter comes up and she's like, I'm not doing this in front of my daughter. And he's just like, I still don't owe you an apology. So he goes and the daughter introduces herself and he's like, oh, hey. And I'm like, yeah, give it to him, daughter. But she can't give it to him because Apollo comes over. And Apollo kind of tries to step in and he's just like, yo, 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 I don't get involved in your shit, basically. And shuts Apollo down. Y'all, the producers are so ignorant, y'all. So as Apollo is talking to Tyrone or whatever, and like, you don't leave your queen stranded, and he's like, listen, I don't get in the middle of your stuff, you taking the wrong side. And so in the confessional, the producers are like, well, he said he didn't show up because it would be a parole violation. Apollo says that's not true, and at the bottom they put that he is not a scholar, like not a prison scholar. Oh my God, how ignorant! That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, you don't know. No, y'all. It said he's not a legal scholar, and then that fool says, "I think it's under subsection 302 that everyone has a right to." Oh my God. Apollo is still a dumbass, y'all. He really is. And they made him look. I'm sorry. Unreal. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I was laughing, but if you could see, well, I'm sure y'all did see how serious Apollo's face was. Excuse me, like he was dead ass. Dead ass. But then Sheree talks to Tyrone again, and she starts going off again. Like Sheree just is she's doing the Sonya right now, looking for a moment. Like she's just very loud, and you don't need to be here tomorrow. Then you can get out. You can get out. And she's all in front of her daughter, like just cussing like crazy. If you don't owe me a effing apology, and it's too much in front of your daughter. Like she was doing way too much in front of her daughter, in my opinion. But y'all, I think Tyrone might still have a little bit of money. He had on some Burberry glasses and the little boots he had on. Now I did like the little brown suede booties or whatever. They may have been Burberry too. I don't know. But he might still have a little bit of money. He still don't look great, but he still may have a little bit of money. We have another Marlo moment. Marlo and her mama moment. Good God. She goes to the archive. She's trying on things or whatever. She like these $2,500 glasses. Marlo don't tell her she can have them. I feel like that's a shitty daughter, but it is what it is. In the confessional, Marlo talks about how she's the bank to her family and they call her when they want money. She gives everybody money because all she does is talk about what she does for people, y'all. And as soon as she tells them no, then she's the bad guy. Okay, great. She's talking to her mom. Her mom is like, "You haven't come around, and I wanted to see you at Christmas or whatever." And she's like, "Yeah, but I still send gifts. I don't care about the gifts. Oh, then I can stop sending them." Again, Marlo talking about what she does for people. Like, she, I can't stand her, y'all. I promise you, and you know what? I'm gonna have to stick to it too. If she comes back next season, I'm gonna try real hard not to watch this show because I can't with her unless I feel like maybe she's gonna watch herself back or hear everybody saying how she was doing too much this season and she kind of, course corrects herself, which some people do. But at this point, I can't with her. It's just all too much. So she ends up talking about how she overheard her mom on the phone asking Crystal, well, about this guy, I guess her boyfriend. And Marlo's like, "Your boyfriend is a druggie and all that, and I don't want him around. And you've been here for 3 days, and as opposed to you just being with me, you then want to bring him around or whatever." They end up getting into it when Candy comes in, and Marlo walks out as Candy's coming in. She's just so fucking rude. She just is. Um, and so dramatic, I swear to God. So she ends up leaving out as Candy comes in to meet the mom. And I don't, I'm gonna have to agree that I feel like it was too much that the mom was doing in terms of trying to bring somebody around while you're trying to mend things with your daughter right now. It's too much, like it's too soon. But I just can't with Marlo. All right, so when Marlo came back in the room, her mom apologized right away. "I'm sorry if I upset you. I'm sorry if, I made you cry." And she's just like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, Candy, sorry." And secondly, let's talk about the fact that Candy is even there. That Marlo called and was like, "Hey, I know I said some fucked up stuff to you in Jamaica, but can you come meet my mom?" Bitch, no. No, sorry, Miss Marlowe's mom, but Marlo can just fuck right on off. So I'm not going to come and meet you, ma'am. Sorry. But Candy is a dumbass to me. I'm sorry. Candy be doing some dumb stuff to me. So she comes and she meets her or whatever and asks her like very personal questions right away. Like, when did you get on drugs? How was Marlo when you got on drugs? Like, I don't know. I just don't know that. I mean, maybe the producers told her to ask. I have no idea, but I just felt like it was too much. We find out that Marlo's mom used to be a CNA, and she felt like she would probably be a registered nurse at this point if she'd, stayed with it. She really did enjoy it, but, unfortunately, she got hooked on drugs. Um, Her and Marlo end up making up. She says, "Listen, I won't bring him," and all that. Great. Great. Let's move on. All right, y'all, it's time. It's fashion show time. And y'all, yeah, the review is going to run extra long because the episode ran a little long. It's the season finale, y'all. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. But Sheree pulls up. She has on her little joggers and everything, her little workout outfit. Y'all, Sheree's body, you cannot listen. And it's all natural. I'm guessing. Like, I feel like that's her real butt and everything, right? Like, she just works out and probably did some butt lifts and everything. But her body, listen, I don't even know how old Sheree is, but she looks amazing. She does. Um, and the actual outfit was cute, like the little crop top and the little jacket and the pants she had on, super cute. But she comes and her logo is everywhere. It looks really good. We find out that she has not only 24, she has 27 looks. And she also has a seamstress on hand to, help them out if they need to take anything in or anything like that. So, okay, Sheree, listen, I was very, very happy when I saw this part and saw that she had all her fashions in because, again, we just want her to win. So Sheree in the confessional just kind of sums it all up, which is exactly what it is. A brand that people have known about for 14 years that has not come out with one product. And I'm like, say that again out loud. Like, seriously, she knows that this is ridiculous. And I'm going to tell y'all, when this was over, I was so happy for her that I tried to go on this website. The website was up, but I kept going to shop. Nothing comes up. Shop. Nothing comes up. I'm like, ah, Sheree, come on. And I'm jumping ahead, but okay. All right, so now we're at Kenya's house, and she's bringing out some outfits to show Brooklyn to see what she should wear and get her opinion. And it's so cute. Brooklyn has on a little outfit with her mom's logo and stuff on it. So cute. And she wanted to wear one of her mom's dresses. I'm sure it was the shiny one, the sequins one. And she's like, "It's not your size. It won't fit you." And she's like, "Can you buy another one?" And I'm like, "That's right, Brooklyn. You better go ahead." But yeah, I could be wrong. Those pants that Marlo had on may not have been Louis Vuitton. They may have been Gucci because she also had on what looked like Gucci slides, and I was like, I wonder if they could be in violation. Like if you're wearing luxury items, can you still be in violation? Like if you wear Adidas and Nike together, that's a violation. Like does that still hold true if you are wearing, designer brands? Y'all tell me that in the comments. Does that still hold true? Like you can't mix Louis and Gucci and all that or whatever. So she may have had on Gucci leggings, and in that case, no thanks. All right, so it's time to get on the red carpet, and Drew has her little sequined out or blinged out boot, and she still don't look great. But y'all, she's talking about her money, and I want to see where my money went, and I didn't get it the first time I watched it, but now I understand what she's talking about. The fact that she didn't pay her, and she said $800. I thought it was like $1,300 that she owed her. Maybe she paid her a couple hundred. But Drew, okay, we get it. Like, let it go. Ugh. So we see Deshaun Snow is there. We're gonna announce everybody that's there, guys. Y'all, Candy and Moneta come in, and oh no, Carmen. I'm sorry. No wonder. Okay, first look, I thought it was Moneta, but no, that was Carmen. No wonder Carmen was looking like I don't know this lady, and I'm just like, didn't her and Moneta meet? But that's not Moneta. That's Carmen, and Candy has on this cute little like royal blue. It's super short though dress, but she looks cute. Carmen is there, and Fatum, she has on a cute little Fendi dress or whatever. But why, when they introduced her, there was like some barking? Who was doing that? Like, did production do that or did she bark? Y'all, that's too much. Michelle is there, and yes, I'm introducing Michelle because we met her. Okay, she came on the trip with us, so Michelle is there, and she told her that it's crazy out there. And Sheree was like, "Take a picture, I want to see." And then we see Kenya getting out, and her silver, y'all. The dress looked painted on. She looked. She gets best dressed for me. I'm sorry. Like the dress looked painted on. It was great. It was an amazing dress. So Sonya and Ross come. They're there. She has on this pink like sequin number, and that is all. Moving on. Y'all, Bob Whitfield is there, her ex-husband, and Tammy. Do y'all remember Tammy? First of all, Bob act like something wrong with him. Like for real, he acts like something's wrong with him. He's on the step and repeat, and well, standing in front of the step and repeat on the red carpet and sticking his tongue out and everything. Like something is off with this man. But if he hangs out with the girl Tammy, then something is definitely off. Do y'all remember that season when that girl was on there, and her nephews and everything? Y'all remember Kenya ended up putting the nephews out, and they got into it. He kept calling her a little bitch. Come here, little bitch. Talking to Kenya, and they were scared and running through the house, and the nephews pushed Tammy down. She went to the hospital, and then when she came back the next morning, they were running from her and acting scared of her. Listen, another classic episode. That's when this show used to be funny as heck. All right, y'all. So the ladies are standing around talking, and in comes Marlo, and she's talking about how beautiful it is. It looks like a wedding. I think Tyrone and Sheree are getting married tonight. They're like, "No, you think he's coming?" "Oh, I know he's coming. I saw him. He has on a black and white suit, and he has flowers." And then we see him in his black and white checkered suit. I don't know. How did y'all feel about the suit? Here's the thing. I don't care. I feel like this man still has money hidden somewhere or something. I don't know what kind of suit it was. It wasn't the best styled suit or whatever, like the whole black and white checkerboard. I didn't hate it. It was different. You could tell by his shoes. I don't know. I just feel like this man still has money somewhere. That again still doesn't make him look any better. But I feel like they were trying to clown him with the flowers. He comes walking in with a couple bunches of bouquets of flowers or whatever, and they're like $19 at Publix, $9 at Publix. So he gives Sheree some flowers and her mom, which I thought was very nice. And the mom didn't know who he was. She's like, "Who are you?" And Sheree says very loudly, "Prison Bay." And then the mom is like, "Oh, okay." And everybody's laughing. And I'm like, that's just so shitty. It's so shitty. I don't know. I can't call it. Like, I don't know if I want to be on Sheree's team with this or not. Yeah, he left her hanging or whatever, but I don't know what to believe with them. So I just think it's foul that you calling him that in front of all these people. You got people laughing at him. Like, it's just not nice. And y'all know I'm all about being nice, right? Yes, y'all, who is coming in? Dwight, and he looks amazing. He looks amazing. This coat he got on, when I tell y'all I was screaming at the TV and clapping, I'm just like, yes, Dwight, yes, he looks so handsome. Number one. Number two, the coat, the fashions, yes, Dwight, he better bring it. He better come on and bring it. So he goes up to speak with Sheree, and they're laughing about, the whole fashion show with no fashions, and she's like, I had to have him here. And I'm like, girl, yeah, you got to make it right with Dwight. But oh my God, Dwight, I have just always loved Dwight. Him and his energy and the way he speaks and everything. Dr. Jackie's in the building. Y'all, Dr. Jackie better pose. She better go ahead and pose on this red carpet. We also find Quad is there. Who else? Let me see who I can remember who else is there. I can't remember, so we'll see when we get to them. All right, so once again, we're with the girls. They're standing there talking and pointing at Tyrone. There he is. There he is right there. So he comes over, he introduces himself and gives them hugs and shakes hands and everything. And they're like, and y'all, the suit is not bad. It's not a bad suit. And they, asked did Sheree know he was coming? He's like, no, I surprised her. And so in the confessional, Sonya's like, meh. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Sonya. And then Kenya is like, I don't like him. She said, he look a little sketchy to me. I don't like him. But he tells them, yeah, he came to surprise her because his monitor is off. And I'm like, dang it. Like, you just really got to talk about it all the time. Like, that's your life. That's what it is. Oh, my God. It's so sad. Yeah, Marlo said Sheree got with Tyrone when he had money, and now that his money is gone, he should basically be gone too. And she's like, now that the coins are gone, he can too. And then Kenya in the well, first of all, she tells him as long as Sheree is happy, then we're happy. But if not, then we gonna have to get in that ass. And he looks so nervous, y'all. He looked nervous about the whole thing, and they just got him standing around looking stupid, basically. And then King is like, listen, much like his prison sentence, his time is up. So Sheree, release him. Like, I hate that this is his life. Unless who did he steal from? Do we know what he did? I mean, we know that he was stealing, or not stealing, but was it fraud? It wasn't like Apollo, right? Like, he wasn't stealing from old people, right? Y'all, what did he do? Tell me. Peter Thomas is in the building, and he just has on, like some black jeans, a black t-shirt, and a scarf. But Peter can make anything look good because, sorry guys, I think Peter is extremely handsome. I do. He's a chocolate drop. And he only comes and speaks to Kenya. How crazy is that? And she's like, your pants are unzipped. I'm like, can you like whisper it to him? And then she's like, he's high as hell. Like, he doesn't hear me. I'm like, dang, Kenya. Jesus. Y'all. So the girls are tired of standing because it's already a half an hour late. So Kenya and not Kenya, Candy and Marlo go to sit down. Sonya was trying to take a chair, and Marlo bogarts it from her like she's playing like musical chairs. And Sonya goes and picks up a chair and brings it over there. Marlo says, I'm training you well. I ain't say it. Marlo said it. Marlo says she's training her. Sonya, did you hear that? Like, honestly, did you hear that? Your leader said she's training you well. Like, how does that make you look? How does that make you feel? And she gave her a high five for that. Girl, you should be shamed. Shania. Sonya should be so shamed, I swear. So everybody's sitting in their seats now, and it's like an hour later, hour and a half, like it's getting later and later. And what's his name? Dwight keeps mouthing to somebody that this is crazy and I'm ready to go. And everybody's complaining about how, long it's taking. Sonya is very loud. I want to see some fashions. I can't stand her. And then we have Drew like, well, maybe they're waiting on their deposits to clear. Her like these two. No, thank you. No, thank you going forward with them. Like, oh, so Sheree and them are back there praying because it's finally about to start, and finally we start. Y'all, this thing started 2 hours late, and that is why Dwight was like, I'm over it. And I would be too. 2 hours late, that's not cool at all. Like 2 hours, I think after hour one, I would have been like, I'm not able to do it. But they stayed, and it's about to start now after this commercial, y'all. All right, so the fashion show starts, and they're seeing some cute stuff. And Ross is in the not Ross. What's his name? Ralph. So this is to work out. Like you're gonna lose a nipple. And then Candy is saying how she is ready to purchase. She sees some things that she like. She has a whole lot of like see-through lacy stuff or whatever. They have some cute. She got some cute stuff. And then they had this one white guy that came out. He was handsome, but Kenya standing up like, yes, yeah, like I was laughing. Like she wanted all the attention from this little boy, and she got it. And everybody was like screaming for him. I'm like, ladies, calm down. He was handsome though, but that's the kind of reception I'm sure Apollo thought he was gonna get, but he didn't. All right, next Apollo comes out and they give him, his round of applause. Peter, that's his boy, so he's standing there applauding. And at first I thought Candy didn't really clap for him, but she did. She, gave him a little silent clap. And Kenya's like, I'm leaving with a big smile on her face. I'm like, you still like him like that, Kenya? Do you? And his girlfriend was there. Cute girl. She put on a little weight though. But I mean, she's still a cute girl, and I think that's rude for me to say. But she did, like clearly, it's clear. But it's okay. Yeah, he did good. Yeah, so we have quad. Oh my God, this is almost 50 minutes, or it's gonna be over 50 minutes long. I'm so sorry. Like, oh my God, who's gonna watch this to the end? Listen, if you make it to the end, let me know you made it to the end because I don't believe it. But Quad is sitting there talking to Moneta about what she likes or whatever. How y'all think Quad would do on this show? I think Quad would do well on this show. Bring back Nene, Portia. Let's have a little Quad and even Phaedra. Like, how would they all mesh? We could take Candy away, y'all. Like, it's okay. Candy don't want Phaedra there. That's fine. So anyway, the show is over. All the models come back out. I think it's cute the way they stepped over so that Sheree can come through. And the outfit that Sheree had on was very cute as well. She had on like this dress jumper type of thing that looked casual, but she had some, boots on with it. She looked cute and she did a really good job. And when I first watched it, I was like clapping like crazy. I was so proud of her. All right, so in the end, Sheree is going around. Everybody's giving her kudos or whatever. Tyrone asks to speak with her. She's like, no. So he walks off and she's in the confessional saying how good it felt. Prison Bay, that shit is done. And I don't know how I feel about that yet. Like, I don't know if she should have really played him the way she kept playing him or if it was deserving. I guess I'm just not in their relationship, so I don't know. It looked like she was very very shitty, but we don't know how shitty he's been to her. So I'll allow it. Then the girls are doing their little walk down the runway, and we find out what's going on with them. Sonya had the IUD removed. We don't care. We don't care. All right, Candy does her little walk. We find out that her trust and everything is still unfinalized. She's working on a play with Samuel L. Jackson. And then it's Drew's turn. What else about her? Oh, she's trying to get the EGOT or whatever. Drew comes down, and it's so funny because they keep doing the little barking noises with Drew. And we find out that, they tell the little boy that he's going to be in a book. Yay, great. And at the end, it says that she's still working on her marriage and she still has yet to read the book. What a dummy. That's not nice. Yeah, and as they're walking down, we have this music going or whatever, and we hear like little things that they say. And with the barking, we then have what's her name? Drew saying, I'm from Chicago, and it just makes my skin crawl because don't claim Chi-Town. Don't do it. Like we're not claiming you. And then we have Marlo. So Marlo will soon break ground on her house. And they start talking about her edges. They don't say anything about she's working on her relationship with her mom or it's getting better or anything like that. Thanks a lot, Bravo. Oh my God, y'all, we gotta wrap it up. So Kenya, her and Brooklyn traveled around Europe for the summer. That's very cute. Sheree, they said, her stuff is coming right now, like it's available for purchase, but it is not. Like where? Because her website. I'm gonna try again when I'm done here, but it wasn't like right after the show, which would have been hot. Like if that shit would have really been available, God, unreal. All right, you guys, if you have made it to the end, oh my God, it is 51 minutes so far and counting. You are an amazing MVP. Unreal that you are still here. Thank you very much. I will see you guys in the next video. I guess I'll do Married to Medicine tomorrow. All right, smooches. Bye.